This
Hello.
meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book and Bean podcast. I'm Majesta Dawn, your host, debut author of the book Supernatural Supermom, which is being released on June 10th. And today, our special guest is Michelle Mackenzie, who is the CEO of Reflective Lying Publishing. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
I'm so excited to have you on today. For those of you who don't know, Reflective Lying Publishing is my publisher. So this is going to be a really special episode. And I'm thinking today we're going to, if you're okay with it, Michelle, I'd like to kind of talk a little bit about my journey to getting my book published and then how I found you. And then we're going to dive into what made you want to become a publisher, start your own publishing company. Yeah. Awesome. So I started writing Supernatural Supermom probably 6 years ago as a way to vent. You know, with 3 kids, I know you're a mom as well, so you can relate. Yeah. It's like it never stops. And I'm like, how much easier would this gig be if I had magical powers, if I was a witch, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's when I kind of started to create the book. And it's no secret when you read it that it's very much modeled after my family. There's Maggie, which my name is Majesta, so Maggie's going to start with an M. The main character is a mom to 3 kids, Vivian, Henry, and Daisy. And my kids are Veronica, Hugh, and Daphne. So those parallels are seen all throughout the book. But I started writing it as fun, as just a fun thing to do. And I did put it out there, and I had a publisher say, yes, we love your book. We want to publish it. It's great. I'd send them my sample. They're like, great. So I started working on actually finishing it because I'm like, okay, now it's getting published. And they just like, we'll sign you on a 3-book deal. I'm like, this is amazing. I shared with the world that my book was getting published. And then a couple of weeks later, they come back to me and they say, so where's the romance? And I'm like, oh, I mean, my main character, Maggie, has a husband in the book. She loves her husband, but that's not the focal point of the story. They're like, we're going to need some erotic scenes. And I'm like, look, I got no problem with romance books, right? I love to read them. But at that point, it felt like a peek into our bedroom, like personally, because this book was so centered around my family. So I had to cancel the contract, or they canceled the contract because I couldn't add that romance in. And I was devastated. And so I vented about it a little bit on Book Talk, and TikTok is amazing for connecting authors, communities. Like I've found such a community on Book Talk. And amazingly, I got that message from you on TikTok saying, hey, I'd like to read a sample of your book. And that's how we met.
Yes. And I loved it. And I was like, I have to read more.
And really, it's been an amazing process since then. You decided to take on Supernatural Supermom. You brought it to life. You sent me my proof copy right here.
It looks so pretty.
I'm so excited.
That was my reaction when I opened it as well. I was like, it looks so pretty.
Yes, I was so excited. I love it. But really, Michelle, the thing that I mean, I can't sing your praises enough. And you've made this process as a first-time author. You've made it so exciting. The wonderful updates, the emails, the sending me the proof copies, the art copies, like because I obviously have no idea what I'm doing. The editing process, which terrified me at first, you're like, I got this, and you just took care of it.
Yeah, like I like to take away the headache. That's how I look at it. You know, like you've done the hard part, you've written the book, and like so now you get to do the fun part, which is talking about your book and telling people about it, whilst I deal with the bits that cause a headache. You know, like the editing and the formatting and the typesetting. You don't want to be worrying about that, you know, giving you a stress headache and making you think, why am I doing this?
And it's
after with that, you get to enjoy being the author.
You really have made it. I mean, the formatting, I'm like, I don't even know what all that entails, but I know you did it and it looks great. So tell me, Michelle, now that we've kind of talked about Supernatural Supermom and how I found you, let's talk about your journey. I mean, what was it that made you decide I want to start a publishing company, like to just take this on and start it? How did you get to that space?
I've wanted to be a publisher for years. I mean, like, I've been talking about it off and on for about 10 years. It was finding the time and working things out. I can't very well have a company without a name.
Yes.
You know, so once I've sorted out, like, I knew I had the name, I knew like the website was put together, and I was like, I can do this now. And all I needed to do is find some people.
Well, I like I said, I can't say enough how easy you've made this process for authors. What would you say? Because I know now, do you have 3 or 4 authors now?
I have 4.
4. That's what, because of course, I'm on the website all the time. What's the most rewarding part or exciting part for you when it comes to like getting that book done?
Well, seeing your reactions. That is like when you get to see the book and see the reaction that you get, like when you feel it in your hands and like it's got the word published on it. You know, like everyone gets excited. That's what I get from it. Like that's the best bit. Seeing people's seeing your reactions, having your dreams come true.
And that's really what it's like now. Michelle, you have a book published as well, right?
I do, which actually comes out. Let's see, what day is it today? It is the 6th today, so I've got 1 week and 3 days until check my schedule. 1 week, 1 day.
1 week and 1 day.
1 week, 1 day until The Storm Within comes out.
That is so exciting. Tell us about The Storm Within.
Well, it's about a high school reunion that goes very, very wrong, very, very quickly. What started as a friendly gathering was supposed to bring closure to some pretty rubbish pasts, turned into blood, chaos, and fear.
Wow. I can't wait to read it. I mean, I've spent so much, oh my goodness, and it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. The Dark Queen series. So you have plans for a series with this one.
Yes, it's going to be a 6-book series.
That's amazing. Well, at least in my conversations with you, we spend so much time talking about Supernatural Supermom. So it's so exciting to learn about what you're working on.
Yeah, that's coming out in about a week and a bit. And I sent an email out to the high school, like I suggested to you earlier.
Yes.
My high school sucks.
I think all kids feel that way.
Yeah. Wait, my teacher, yeah. So you know how people just go, "I'm a bunch of racist." Yeah, it's a joke sometimes when they're like, I'm joking, yeah. The teacher, full on stage, screaming at the whole class, like, "How dare you say to my face if you accuse me of such things?" It's like, calm the down.
Yeah, clean language, please. This is a live stream.
Yeah,
and being recorded.
I said, no, actually, no. I'm saying still in French. Still in French is fuck.
The joys of being a mom, right? I completely understand.
I bring you.
She loves me.
Natasha Rose.
So tell me, because that's another thing that, we do have in common. Like, as a mom working on these books, like, how do you find the time?
I write in the
She always has time for me.
That's great that they feel that way. So you get to write in the evening that's kind of when I write too, when they're settled down.
I write by 8 o'clock in the evening to about 11 o'clock at night.
Not much time for, and then I can't. Do you edit your own books as well, or do you?
Yeah, but I wait like 3 months before I edit my own book, so that when time that I get to it, it is like I barely remember anything that I've written. So I'm looking very fresh pair of eyes.
I'd almost imagine it'd have to be that way, because even like have to walk away just for a couple of weeks just to even go back and after the first draft. So to actually edit your own work, it seems sometimes you go on autopilot when you know the story. Like at least I do. I'm just skimming through because I know what it's supposed to say, and I miss those little things.
That's why I wait so long.
Yes, that makes complete
sense. You know what it's meant to say, and it's so you get blinded by it. You get blinded by the errors, and they just slip right past you.
Yes, truthfully. So your book's being released in a week. I would love if you could send me a link to the pre-order. I want to put that out there. Yes.
I will.
Everybody can pre-order The Storm Within. Now, Michelle, are you accepting new authors still?
I am.
Me, because I'm an amazing author, even though I don't write anymore.
Hey.
When you do that, I will publish that too.
That's you don't realize what a hookup that is, having a mom that's a publisher that can help you get your book out there. So it is worth writing for sure.
One sale.
It does have a book as well.
Yeah, she keeps it with her at all times because it's amazing.
That's amazing. The Anderson Curse. I love it. I
got
love
it. For name. It's not that amazing.
So how old were you how old was she when she published it?
10.
Yeah.
10
years old.
That's not many people can say that they are a published author.
3 years ago.
Yes, that's amazing. Well, congratulations on that. That's definitely keep working, keep writing. Michelle, how can authors find you if they want to submit their work to you? What's your preferred way for people to send in submissions?
Aren't you going to get Amazon adverts?
Well, it's usually through email. So just go on the website.
What's that?
Natasha, please leave that alone. You're too young to read that.
You're too young to read that. No. Definitely want to get that. Definitely want to check out the book. Anytime there's that content warning, you're too young to read it.
2 years. I'm not waiting 2 years to read it.
I have mentions.
I have to wait 1 year.
And references to true things, and has a mention of the D word in it. A couple of times, so there was some exposure.
Oh my god, the B word! I'm so scared now.
A little bit more than bottoms.
I love it. I love it. Well, we are so excited to support you, Michelle, with your book, The Storm Within, and of course, Reflective Line Publishing. Any of you amazing authors out there who are really looking to, like Michelle says, take that headache out of the process and really just get to enjoy the process of writing, definitely submit your work. I'm hoping to submit book number 2 in the Supernatural Supermom series to you for consideration, maybe soon, if you'd be open to that.
Yes, 100%.
Awesome.
100%.
And thank you so much for taking the time to be on the Book and Bean podcast. We really appreciate you.
That's all right. It's lovely being here.
Thank you so much, everybody. So please, like I said, I'll post all the links in the description to this podcast, on this video and on the podcasting platform. Please make sure you follow Michelle Mackenzie. Have a wonderful day and keep reading.